It's really hot.
It's good, isn't it?
It's very good. Cinnamon.
This is one of our favorite treats on a cold fall night is warm apple crisp. And later in the show, we're going to show you how we make it.
Clear!
Discuss something important tonight. It feels like everybody around us is in one way or another kind of drowning, and that there's a real sense of negativity in the air. I think we all feel it for one reason or another, but the important thing for us is to look around each day and decide what's good. Let's just acknowledge what's going right and maybe even say it out loud. When we're struggling, it helps us to get along if we can remind ourselves and each other of what's going right. Things have been bad before, and they always get better. This will too.
We should start a GoFundMe and see if we could get Billy Joel to write another verse to We Didn't Start the Fire.
I've long thought that he needed to write another verse to that.
Yeah, what rhymes with Brett Kavanaugh? We'll probably cut that part out. We've been in this trailer now for 4 months. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can believe it.
The summer is over. It's the beginning of October. It's getting a little bit cold at night, and we're trying to figure out what we're going to do this winter.
We're a little undecided. We have some exciting options, and we don't know which one we should choose.
Yes. Do you think that this being in the trailer thing has been pretty good for our relationship?
I think it's been great for us.
What do you think has been good about being in the trailer for 4 months?
It's a different experience than we expected it to be. There's no doors to slam. So if we disagree, we have to figure out how to get along and how to resolve it. In our house, there was enough room that we could avoid each other for days. And we could isolate ourselves in our separate quarters, and problems never really went away. They just festered.
The other thing, too, is that even if you can get away from each other in different parts of the trailer, you can feel the other one moving around, and that's even more annoying. Right?
Being married is annoying.
I've heard that somewhere before. Boy, we got some gold here, right?
I was thinking I might make an apple crisp.
Hey, do you want to do an apple crisp making session?
Okay.
She's going to show you how to make an apple crisp.
One of our favorite treats when the weather gets cold is to have apple crisp. And this has been a rough week for me, for TF, and for a lot of our friends. With everybody feeling blue, I thought it would be nice to have the smell of warm apple crisp baking in the oven. So I'm going to share how I do it. For us, there's only 2 of us, so we just peel 2 apples. Alright, once you've sliced your apples and they're in a bowl, you want to douse them with cinnamon. I don't measure anything. You use enough. With just 2 of us, we don't need a whole bunch of it. So I use these little glass bowls and divide the apples. I don't grease the bowl beforehand. And then I'm going to reuse the one that I just mixed the cinnamon and sugar in. And for apple crisp, I use 1 stick of butter for every 4 apples. So for 2 apples, that's half a stick of butter. You can't go wrong with butter. Okay, and then I add a little bit of cinnamon. After I add the cinnamon, I put a little bit of brown sugar in, and for my recipe, I use Splenda brown sugar blend. Then you want to add some flour. Not too much, just enough to glue it together. And a little bit of oatmeal. About 3 spoonfuls. Okay, you want to work the butter into your sugar and your flour, and your cinnamon, and a fork works really well for this. And you need for it to be kind of chunky. Okay, now this is an important part. You want to make sure that your butter has these nice cinnamon and sugar covered chunks. You don't want it to be all finely blended. It'll turn out better if you put the butter chunks on top and let it melt down. We're good there. Okay, now we bake it. If you're in a house with a regular oven, you probably want to bake it at about 350 for 25 minutes. RVs are a little different, so I've had to make some modifications. So I'm going to bake mine at 450 until I can smell it. And that'll be about 20 minutes. This is beautiful. Well, this is the perfect treat for a cold fall night, and I am looking forward to diving in. We are really enjoying the fall weather. There are turkeys and cows, and right now the smell of warm cinnamon in our trailer.
Dogs and cats.
Yes, we just had to rescue Mike from a very enthusiastic German Shepherd.
It's really good. If I ordered this at a restaurant and they brought it to me, I would be very happy. And you made it here at home.
I did.
2 years ago, we committed to becoming free of debt. 4 months ago, we sold our home and are now committed to living our lives as simply as we can. Join us each week as we explore our world, plain and simple. Hey, Trish, how about this? O.J. Simpson, Paula Jones, interest only, mortgage loans, Enron stock is in the can, U.S. and Afghanistan. Leno's on the Tonight Show. Sorry, Conan got to go. Maybe you could work in the Balloon Boy, the Columbia blowing up, Columbia Space Shuttle, Saddam Hussein, the gorilla that was murdered in the zoo, and marriage, LGBTQ.